My name is Christian von Koenigsegg. For half of my life, I've been on the quest to be a leader in the hypercar industry, utilizing Swedish design combined with visionary technical solutions. Koenigsegg is now, 22, 23 years in existence. We've been building cars for the last 15, 16 years to customers and growing along the way step by step, going from extremely small to still fairly, a very small car manufacturer. We've built around 150 cars, so around 10 a year. Now we're expanding and doing double model lineups and getting a few more cars out per year because the demand is overwhelming right now, you could say, and that's very exciting for us. We've grown from 40, 50 people 6, 7 years ago to almost 150 and soon 200. Looks like something like that by the end of this year. So it's a massive growth right now, from being very small to still small, but a little bit bigger. And then through this process, of course, people see this young kid. I was 22 years old when I started. I had this dream of building my own car and car company, and now we've come this far. I've come this far, but with the help of all the people working at Koenigsegg. And I often get the question, so how do you do? I want to start my own company doing this or doing that, and how do you do it? What's the trick almost? And there is, of course, no trick. It's just a lot of hard work. I mean, this sounds boring, but it's mostly a lot of hard work. And I would say, if I can give any advice, it's like, stay focused, of course. Don't give up when it's really miserable and dark. That's when you really need to keep on walking, even though it's painful and looks impossible, and you should stop. Everything in your body tells you should stop. But that's when you really need to keep on walking and pushing. Otherwise, there is no chance. At least if you want to do something as complicated as this. I'm sure there are easier ways of starting companies which might be less painful, if I may say so. But keep the focus when it looks impossible. And then keep both feet on the ground, staying realistic, but your head in the sky, so you maintain your dream and your vision. And that is also very difficult. Keeping the traction going, but not making it mundane and losing your vision and making it kind of everyday-like, so it becomes something else. You need to do both at the same time, and that's also kind of difficult. I remember telling to myself when I started, I want to do this because I like cars, of course, but also because I want to prove to myself and everyone around me that if you really want to do something, you can do anything. And this was one of the most difficult things I could think of. I was only 22 years old, I didn't have any family, I had only myself to care about. And I remember saying to myself, if I don't do this now, I probably will never do it. And I went into it thinking, this is going to be very difficult, it's going to be almost impossible, everyone's going to laugh at me. So when that actually did happen, and it did for a long period of time, I was expecting it. It didn't put me down. I would say, it's coming, I waited for it, I knew about it, I don't care about it, I'll keep on going. I don't care if it looks stupid or not. We'll see what happens in the end. Now there are less people laughing at it, and it's less of a struggle and even more enjoyable in a certain sense. There is more freedom to develop, more resources to do things. But of course, going from that impossible scenario to delivering your first car, that's a really big high, I would say. So that's hard to beat. But so I hope this can maybe give some guidance to someone wanting to do something crazy and impossible.